Yesterday I had a tour in the Museum of Fine Arts and I spoke about the Shrine of Saint Gertrude. Today I've decided to tell you about it. At the beginning of the 20th century, the first director and actually the founder of the museum, Ivan Tsvetaev, ordered a number of different kinds of plaster forms of the world's masterpieces in different countries. The meaning of this fact is very difficult to underestimate just because at the beginning of the Second World War, the initial shrine was massively damaged. The majority part of the shrine was ruined and only several parts were preserved. The inner part of the shrine was made of wood and then it was covered with the sheets of silver and gold and decorated with precious stones, and it had the shape of a Gothic cathedral. The reliefs of Saint Gertrude were preserved in the shrine since the 30th century. Gertrude lived on the territory of contemporary Belgium in the 7th century. During the Second World War, her shrine was burned and the metal was cast. And before I start speaking about the item itself, I want to tell a couple of words about the meaning of the shrines in the medieval period. Shrine is a room for consecrated power. It emphasizes the fact of presence of a saint in the cathedral. Since the 9th century, shrines are stored in the altars for people to observe. The item itself has a complicated iconography. You see it with your own eyes, a stamping technique, filigree enamels, and all the elements of a Gothic cathedral, Gothic arches, delicate roses, statues, and it is very much symbolic just because here you see a cathedral inside the cathedral. A new technology in creating pointed arches and ribbed vaults allowed the buildings to be higher and the walls to be narrower and the windows to be wider. To save you time, I want you to look only at huge statues of the Holy Mother, the Christ, and Saint Gertrude. And look at the figures of Saint Gertrude on the roof. On the roof, you will see the scenes of her life and the miracles that took place during her life and after her death. And to sum up, I would like to tell you that it is not a typical item for Russian people just because we don't have the Gothic cathedrals on the territory of the country. And I suppose that the shrines are not so well spread as in European countries. And finally, I should say that it is a wonderful opportunity to look at the item that doesn't exist now. Now you know it. See you in the Museum of Fine Arts.